Welcome back to the next great. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I know in my heart of hearts that by going through all of these newer authors or all of these smaller authors or the smaller film directors or the game developers, I will get more of them. I swear I will find those people. They don't like me. They don't send me their stuff to check out. But I promise you that in my hunt for the next great, I will find the next great author. I will find the next great movie director, game developer, musician. I know it, I feel it, and I know that it's going to happen. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out A Drink with Crazy. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. And without any further ado, let's get into today's author. E.M. Allen. My debut book came out less than a month ago, and I'm already working on the sequel. This is the Hellfire Brats. All right, Agents of Night Watch, Book 1. I love how these authors are thinking of worlds, not just single stories, and developing them out. That's fantastic. And without any further ado, let's go to the Amazon page. All right, $15.99 for the paperback right here and $9.99 on Kindle. So shall we do just the briefest of overviews? Oliver Turner. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like Oliver Turner. That's a good name. Moves to St. Louis and quickly finds himself indebted to and employed by Sir Nightwatch. Nightwatch is a small group solving all manner of cases involving magic and monsters from the shadows. Oliver finds himself under the watchful eye of Donald Dodger Rogers, who was trained by Sir Nightwatch himself. Together they compete with Eliza Alcius, an Arc Knight of the Celestial Order, and her partner Basal Knights Amelia Petroculos. God, I suck at reading. Both groups fight for the protection of the weak, but have very different methods, but will have to work together if they are to stop a string of arsons threatening to throw St. Louis into chaos. Ooh, I really like that. That gives me, if the different methods are different enough, that gives me Professor X and Magneto vibes, right? Which, honestly, that's not just Professor X and Magneto. I mean, that goes back the ages old, you know, it's a story as old as human civilization is. I think everybody wants what's best for everybody. We just have very, very different methods of going about it, and sometimes it leads to just absolute mass carnage. Hey, let's look inside the book before I start ranting. The Hellfire Brats, the Agents of Night Watch, Book 1. I will give you guys the first 2 paragraphs here. 3 paragraphs, 2 paragraphs, 2. Yeah, let's go with 2. I suck at reading. You guys don't want to listen to me do it more than that. The slight chill in the air signaled the end of the summer of 2018. Steady, practiced hands stayed true to their craft. The old tailor found solace in his work. It had been a long time since he set out on a night like this to hunt his prey. Now he spent his nights on one of his finer passions. Threads of dark cashmere were woven together. Disparate strings were shaped into a fine suit. It was honest work that made more than a pretty penny. The tailor's name was Charles Pickens. He was well known amongst the East Coast elites. Once upon a time, he had been a mage of some renown, fighting for the defense of the helpless as a knight of the Celestial Order. Now he spent his days weaving fibers into fancy suits for the wealthy. But what they didn't know was that cotton and cashmere were not the only strings he pulled. In truth, Charles Pickens was also the servant of a certain man. Ooh. Ominous. You guys probably read a little bit of that. I like it. Ooh, I like it. I can absolutely see that being an animated show, and I think that looks really fantastic. So let's go back over here to Twitter, where E.M. Allen on Twitter, and you guys should follow him at EA Mediocrity 4. make sure to go follow him over there and check out his books. Let's check it out. Does he have Humble Connoisseur of Redhead Anime Girls? Oh, good God. Oh, good God. Scribe of the Agents of Nightwatch. Can't keep his online mouth shut. Well, good sir, I am so glad to hear it. And I am so glad to see he is also followed by Ironage.media, Brian Asher, and Rob Rhymes of Talking Pulp Press, all people who are featured here on this channel. In fact, a few of them have been on the channel multiple times. In fact, Ironage.media is my co-host for Iron Age Nights on Friday nights right here at 8 p.m. Central. Just got to throw that plug in there. But the Hellfire Beast sounds like a really, really interesting story when it comes to the mysticism and the magics and how the world works. And so far, it seems like we are looking at what's going to be an epic clash between two factions that they're either going to become friend or they're going to become more foe as time goes on. I like the direction that he decided to go with this off the bat. It's something that seems to be set in more of the modern world, but we're going to get a lot of the classic magics and the old world mixed in with the new world, and stories like that are just absolutely fun to read. I think Oliver Turner is a fantastic name. I had to look down here to read it again. I really, really, really love when you get those good classic hearty names like that. Those are just absolutely fantastic. And here, the Hellfire Brats is an action-packed pulp-inspired urban fantasy set on the violet streets of St. Louis and features an ensemble cast of mages, monsters, and the mob. Oh, that sounds baller. More importantly, you can start reading it right now. Well, good sir, I do hope that a lot of people do start reading it right now. Let's go back to that Amazon link here. And I hope that everybody goes and checks out the Hellfire Brats, the Agents of Nightwatch, Book 1. I am very excited to see the next great rise to the top. And I promise all of you, I'm covering that person possibly today. Or will I be covering that person next week? Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you tune in to find out, and never forget to go and support these authors and creators as much as you possibly can. So thank you all so much for being here. I do hope that you enjoyed this. Now, don't forget to go comment down below, because I make sure to dedicate a special live stream to all of you who comment down below on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central. I absolutely love doing it. It's called Sunday Coffee, where I go and I read all of the comments from the videos from the last week, and you guys will get my honest reactions, and I will through that format, I'm able to give you my full thoughts and opinions on what you're saying. That way, you guys know that when you take the time to comment something to me, you get my time in return. So never forget to comment down below and join in for Sunday Coffee at 11 a.m. Central. Also, don't forget to be here on Friday nights for Iron Age Nights. That's where we bring authors, movie directors. I will find those game developers. The game developers are elusive. The comic book artists and writers here. And we're talking about the new things that are coming out, instead of just going out and trashing on, Warner Brothers or trashing on Marvel or any of these other companies. It's time that we build, and it is time that we move forward into the new storytellers and find the next great. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And until next time, hey, like and subscribe on your way out. Do it, do it, do it. Like and subscribe on your way out. Come on. It's like herding cats. Until next time, cheers, everybody.